All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Apologies, I was late on the countdown. I went upstairs to get some coffee, and then my daughters needed a drink of water, and then, yeah. Lesson learned. Don't do things during countdown. Just sit here and stare at it. Or maybe do a longer countdown. Hope you're all doing well tonight. Gonna be doing some keys tonight. Stream title says broke a window. I'll talk about that. Have a little story time while we're queuing or downtime and stuff. But let's talk through what we're doing first. I'm gonna be playing some Holy Priest tonight. Been in the mood. Want to do some keys. It is not a good week for disc at all. So definitely a holy week with Grievous. Holy is one of the best specs for Grievous weeks in Mythic Plus, so that's awesome. Need to get my sets ready. So it is Fortified, Spiteful, and Grievous. So if we're Spiteful, could run either Censure or Shining Force. Really, all three of these would work well. Censure is nice because it's a stun that's not going to be broken by damage. So if I'm in a pinch and I really need to, not get hit by that, spiteful spirit that's right in front of me, and I'm in I'm in sanguine depths and I've got nowhere to run in those tight hallways and stuff like that. Chastise can be very nice with the stun because it's not going to get accidentally broken. Psychic Voice is also nice. If you forget to use Shining Force a lot, just having a 30-second cooldown on Psychic Scream means it's going to be up every single pull, which is quite nice. And then Shining Force is it's kind of nice to use because you can use it on another player if you see somebody else is in trouble or something like that. Then without having to run over there and Psychic Voice them, or maybe you've got Chastise on cooldown, you can just knock it away from them. It does have the problem though, if there are still mobs alive, it will also knock them back. So use it as you want. But anyways, going to be running with this talent setup until I change my mind. Let's go ahead and queue up for some groups. Move my key down to an HOA 15, helping an old guildie get KSM. Oh. Tetra, good friend of mine, might need a healer for a friend. Getting KSM. So let me just update my stream title. Maybe doing some 15-ish keys. Okay, cool, they already got a healer. Sweet. Joined guild voice chat. What? What have I done? Stop it. I thought I clicked something I shouldn't have. Okay. Everybody's over playing Classic. We're gonna do some keys. It is retail night. I do need 18s. Probably not. It's not a great week to push. Grievous kind of kneecaps that pretty hard, and next week is not a good push week either because it's necrotic and tyrannical. So really, it's going to be 2 more weeks before I can really push. But that week right there, that's probably, assuming that 9.1 is in 5 weeks. Well, hopefully, 5 weeks or less. That means that in 2 weeks is a great push week, and maybe week 7 here is that's probably the best push week on the calendar right there. Actually, Sanguine might be better. I don't know. They're both really stinking good. So those 2 weeks right there, boy, that is push heaven. So actually, you get 3 weeks right there. That week 9 is also really good. So it's just the beginning and the end here that's really bad. So anyways, this week's not bad. Not terrible. but definitely not going to be pushing any 25s. Not that I would be doing that right now with my IO anyways. 19 Mists of Tyrna Scythe. That is IO for me. I'm going to go ahead and put Holy Not Night Fae. 2v2? Who's that? Nimitas, Ragu. Oh! One of my previous arena partners, this guy that just messaged me, it was crazy. I was doing some shadow after I turned off stream last night for TBC leveling. I didn't quite want to go to bed, so I did some arenas, and I joined a pug as shadow. Joined this guy who's about 1500 pushing, and then we proceeded with him playing Holy Pally and me playing shadow. We got like a 15-game win streak. It was crazy. So, very cool. Have to play with him again sometime. Okay. DOS 18? I don't need a DOS 18. Hull's 20. My. Let's try it. I am Venthier. 5CM, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Are you Nimites? Uh, 18 push. Do I have a theater? Oh, I don't. Yeah, awesome, man. Dude, our streak, yeah, I was just talking about that. Our streak yesterday was crazy. I know we lost one after that first 10 games, but we had like, we went like 15-1 or something like that. That was crazy. Mists of Tyrna Scythe 18, I need that. Necrotic Wake 19, I need that. Note Venthier 19, already got my 19 for that. Yeah, man, I played with another Holy Pally for like a game after you. And he wasn't nearly as good, so you were crushing it, man. That was great. So I need all of the... Oh, there we go. Mists 18. Cool. He's probably our Night Fate. Yep. All right. Very cool. And we got a Lust. Let's repair before we go. How are we on consumables? We're good. Let's go push this 18. Talents are good. Gear is good. Not running Shining Force. Alright, let's go kick some butt. Some fairy butt. This will be good to get some keys in. I really haven't posted anything on my YouTube channel except for stream VODs for the past week. It's just kind of been a slower content week. So let's get some keys in, push up some IO a little bit. 18s and 19s should be just fine. And fortunately, Holy Priest should be in some pretty high demand this week. This is a really good push week for Holy Priest, because Holy does very well compared to the other healers for Grievous with flash concentration. Not as Harmonious Apparatus though. Oh, do not run Harmonious Apparatus this week. I made that mistake like a month or two ago. I had somebody asking about my opinion versus Harmonious Apparatus and flash concentration. I was saying that flash concentration was better and stuff, but you can still make Harmonious work, and you wanted to see it in a in a key. It was actually a Mists of Tyranna Scythe key as on a Grievous week, and I thought, well, you know what, you could probably do it. It gets really bad. The reason it's so bad is because your group healing comes from prayer of healing, right? When you're running Harmonious Apparatus, you run prayer circle and then you're throwing out prayer of healings. Well, prayer of healing doesn't remove any Grievous stacks. So unless you're topping somebody off like right away, it ends up just being, you get so far behind. And so you can't keep up with the Grievous stacks eventually. So you end up just spamming your single target heals, flash heal, and regular heal, this skill. And if you're doing that, you may as well just be playing Flash of Concentration. All right. Let's get all equipped here. No, I need to go get that turnip. Alright. What? I thought I used an augment rune. Once we start the keel intro.
5, 4, 3.
Alright, we're doing a plus 18 Mists of Tyranna Scythe as Holy Priest. Running with a Flash Concentration Legendary. This is my talent setup. Running with a pug. This is just a pug I joined through the LFG tool, so I do not know any of these people. So affixes this week are Fortified, Spiteful, Grievous, and of course Prideful. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Blood Elf Racial. Guardian Spirit to try to keep... Oh, my things are messed up because I was playing on my laptop earlier. Alright, we're going to go ahead and Apotheosis here. Need to get my flash stacks up. Just throw out a PI just to get it going. Not much thought behind that, just need it going. Spiteful! Luckily that didn't kill me. First key of the week. Getting smacked by a Spiteful, not paying attention. Okay, it's stunned, it should be just fine. I'm going to focus on healing this dude, and we are good to go. Beautiful. Okay, we'll go ahead and soothe here. Soothe, soothe, soothe. Nice. Been playing a lot of Shadow too recently. Do the soothes, nice. Now we can get the mushrooms. Now, go ahead and get that, and I'll drink in the meantime. Keep my flash stacks up. Oh, 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 oh. Yes. Alright, bears need more support in the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and hardy cast Guardian Spirit on him. So with Grievous weeks, the key is to develop bad healing habits. Normally, you want to kind of, you know, cut back. If there's no fatal damage coming, you just kind of let somebody cook for a second, and you know, your goal is not to keep everybody 100% health. Your goal is just to keep everybody alive and help support the team with what they need in order to kill the bull faster, to not die, things like that. Your goal is just to help the run go smoothly by mostly keeping people alive. But on Grievous weeks, you kind of have to unlearn your good healer habits that you've built up, and you just have to top people off. Can't really afford to not. So here, if anybody takes damage, like, yep, he's already topped off. Luckily, everybody's good at doing avoiding the damage. Here's Fierce Thrashing. I'm going to Divine Him this. Oh no, I'm in a thing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Trinket on myself. Guardian Spirit him. I don't have range on that dude. Oh no, this is all going so bad. Oh, I had to blow my Divine Him here and my Apotheosis, and I don't have... I'm not going to have anything for the... whatchamacallit? The Prideful, so we're just going to have to burst this down. That's going to make it kind of rough. So there, I lost track of how many casts we were away from Fierce Thrashing. That was a problem. And so I used my Divine Him during the thing, which is not good. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and chastise this bad boy. Nice. Alright. Throw out some renews. Oh no, getting hit. You really can't afford to be getting hit by these. Okay, we should be good on this actually. I'm just going to stay on top of healing. This is a very, very, very scary week for Pridefuls. Because one, it's fortified. Prideful's already harder. And two, it's Grievous. So it can be kind of tricky to keep up with. So right here while we're moving, you can use Renews to help with the Grievous stacks. A Renew removes a stack of Grievous, and it also helps counteract the damage. So in situations where you're having to move, Renew is your best friend this week. I'm going to go ahead and throw out a Mind Games. There's the Lust. Once he breaks, I'm going to toss out the... It's not a fortified or a tyrannical week, so we should be able to one-phase this. That'd be really great. I'm going to go ahead and PI on the warrior here. Warriors benefit quite well from PI. So Lust plus PI plus Prideful, we should be able to get this down. We'll see. I'm going to offensively use Apotheosis here. So during Apotheosis for your damage rotation, you just want to be alternating between Smites and Chastises. Probably should swap back to the tree here. Yeah, they're swapping back. A couple more casts. Okay, we'll go ahead and go back to healing now. Okay, I find at this point in the pull is usually when damage starts getting spread out on the group. So I'm going to go ahead and renew blanket a little bit as we're getting these blue puddles. Throw out a Mind Games for both the mana and the damage, mostly the damage. I feel like Mind Games is pretty overestimated for the damage. Sorry, not the damage. The damage is great. Single target, it's extremely good. But the mana regen, it says it regenerates up to 4% mana, right? But that's only from the damage and healing reversal portion. So unless you're using it against a target that is simultaneously damaging and trying to heal, you're not going to get the 4% mana back. And it costs 2% mana to cast. So you're going to be lucky to break even. It's really not for the mana regen. I mean, it's better than some of the other covenants, unless you're talking about Night Fae. Night Fae is still the undisputed king of mana regen. And Night Fae would be second best because Kyrian and Necro have nothing that helps with mana. I did not mark her, and it does not look like... Oh, they did. Okay. cool. So that one. And that one. And I'm usually the one that solves it, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this into position. Go ahead and throw out a PI on the warrior for the cleave damage here. Mind games the split. Oh, oh! I both stunned and mind games, and I was planning to. I'd like to say my intention there was to mind games and reverse the damage and put it in healing, but really I was just trying to damage with both of those casts when they happen to overlap poorly. Alright, right there. I'm going to go ahead and let them know that I'll solve because I'm not. I don't want them to have to worry about that. I want them to focus on getting these packs down as fast as possible. By the way, that gasping sound that you hear, if you have not watched the last time there was... Oh my gosh! Last time there was a Spiteful Weak. What that is a weak aura that puts a big marker on their head, a big arrow by their nameplate, and also makes a gasping sound effect when the Spiteful is focusing you. It's pretty handy. So about here, there's usually a spear cast that I end up accidentally walking through. I'm going to use the... There's the spear cast. It's not on me. Nice. I used the trinket on him, so I don't have to worry about it. Don't need to worry about solving this too fast. The pulls are going to take a while. Okay, so it's 2. It's over there. And just to double check... So I do not want to screw over our group, and since we have time, I may as well. Oh my goodness. Dying to Spitefuls. Not great. Okay, he's gonna release. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get mana here. He's waiting on the DPS. Nice. Okay, and I know I could probably go over there, but I have a system. I've got a system. I always go clockwise, and so that way I can know what number corresponds with what location. It's just how I've done it since launch, and so I don't really want to mess that up. 3, 4, so it's this one right here. Just double checking. Yep. Alright, beautiful. So we're going to have this during Spitefuls. We're going to go ahead and help put some Shadowward Pains on the... Oh my gosh. Shadowward Pains on the Spiteful so they die just that much faster. Smite that one. Or chastise that one, excuse me. These guys are releasing, which is not the end of the world. They're trying to save our battle reses, but at the same time, I don't know. The tank waited coming into this room. Don't think that was ideal. Which he was waiting anyways because of mana, so I don't know. I can't knock that too much. That's fine. Nice. Okay, gonna go ahead and put the trinket on the shaman there. Put Guardian Spirit on the monk, which will help with healing here. He's taking double healing, and if he does end up dying, there we go. Need to get these Grievous stacks off, so I'm gonna put Renews out while we're moving. Clear this, reset, multitasking. Okay, here I'm going to go ahead and try to get us back to normal. There we go, we're good. I thought about using Divine Hymn there, but that wouldn't have been a good use. There was too many stacks of Grievous out, and it does not remove Grievous. So it would have just been fighting an uphill battle. It's better off. We're better off using that during a Prideful or something. I had enough with just my basic heals. Okay, get at Mind Games while we can still stand and cast, because as soon as he casts this discharge, we gotta move. This guy's getting hit by stuff. It's not good. so far the only deaths have been for avoidable damage, like spitefuls and stuff. So I am not worried about that at all. That's totally fine. That's on them. They should not be getting hit. Okay. Spear should be going out soon. There it is. On fortified, I really can't be afford to be getting hit by those spears. So sometimes I'll just tank them, just walking through, just so I can solve it faster. But this week I do need to be worried about that. It's a 2. That's right. Let's see, doors right here. It should be right here. Oh, go ahead and cast a fear. Two's right here. Yep. Alright, and we can go ahead and get rid of the stupid interface. It's not tyrannical, so I'm not worried about mana. Hey buddy, how's it going? Glad you missed a few days of stream, and I'm glad you got to catch up. Nice, EMT. Glad you're here tonight, man. Didn't miss much. The past couple days, we're just leveling on TBC, did some arenas, did some RBGs and stuff like that, so back into the mythic game now tonight. In the mood for some holy. And also on a groove this week, it's a good opportunity to kind of, you know, flex my healer muscles. Ooh. Oh, I never shared the story for my stream title. I broke a window today because I'm an idiot. I was what's that one? Oh. Okay, so this one kind of hurts. I'm gonna, now that dodgeball's done, I'm gonna go ahead and divine him. You know, I'll share it after this boss fight. This boss fight is fairly punishing. I'll just share it after the key. Never mind. Sorry to leave you hanging. Maybe if I was a little more warmed up. What's my take on the Season 2 affixes? I think it's going to be great. I like it. I like that the affixes seem to be role-based and not like class-based. Like there's not unique class powers. I think that's a great idea because that would just further unbalance the class. That would be too much to balance with just an affix. So, yeah, I think that's going to be great. And I like how it's still going to have a lot of the fun of the power of Prideful, but it's not so tied to roots anymore. Like right now, it's just so punishing. If you're pugging and stuff like that, and somebody accidentally body pulls a different pack, it screws up the whole route so much that you can sometimes not even be able to finish the run because your Prideful's in the wrong spot, you know? So I like that there's going to be a lot more flexibility and creativity with routes. I think it's going to be great, man. And, you know, if you're wanting to take it easy or something like that, the mana option is there. I do think the way that they've done it, though, it's going to be so desirable to take the other powers over the mana regen powers that there's still going to be a lot of the balance of the healers are going to be the way that it is now. You're still going to want to run with like Resto Shaman and Holy Pally and stuff like that because they don't have to worry about mana. Because if you do take a mana power, you're going to be kind of handicapped by not taking some of the higher damage powers. So that's a thing. Mana management is going to be a priority because in order to perform at the highest levels, you're going to need to not take the mana powers. But it's nice that it is there. So overall, long story short, or long story long, I do like it. I'm excited. All right, story time. So I broke a window today. I was mowing our lawn, and you know, there's a portion of our yard in the front that has like a rock garden, and we've got. Oh no, dude! Oh, that's too bad. Rip. And so, anyways, we've gotten some weeds the past bit, and I thought, you know what? It's kind of gotten out of hand. I'm just gonna mow them down a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and just spray them after that, and then that'll take care of them rather than picking so many weeds. So I took the lazy way out. It was dumb. Don't do that. My conscience was telling me I shouldn't be doing that. It's probably a dumb idea. I'm gonna break a window or something like that. And sure enough, it hit our one of our windows going into our basement and flew through the window and almost hit my 1-year-old in the head, honestly. She was standing on top of the couch watching a movie and it flew right back by. It didn't dent the drywall or anything, so I don't think it was going fast enough that it would have hurt her, but that's not something I want to mess around with or find out. So little scary, very frustrating because now we have to buy a new window, but you know, could have been a lot worse. It's just the way it goes. Live and learn. Listen to your conscience, guys. It's there to keep you from doing stupid stuff. I love running with monks for Touch of Death on these pridefuls. Watch his damage. Watch this. Ready? His damage for this fight's right here. It's at 4K. Ready? And... any moment now. Oh. That wasn't... no. That honestly wasn't nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. PIU, you're a monk, dude. Uh-oh. Alright, we got ready for the grip. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and apotheosis here because it's getting crazy. Trinket on the monk. I guess we're just saving all these battle reses until next key. Because we've had lots of opportunities to use battle reses, but have not, so... I don't know. Mass spell here. Oh, we got 2 of them. Nice. That's actually pretty nice, because then the melee DPS here, the monk and the warrior, can focus on doing their thing. Door of Shadows into that ROP. Unfortunately, I can't mount here. Rebuff. Go ahead and spread some deaths while, or Shadowward Pains while the damage is not really worrisome here. Anytime you get 2 Surge of Light procs like that, and always use one. There's no sense on sitting on 2. You want room to always have space to generate another one, so it just happened again. So I'm sitting on 1 for right now. Chances are, with this heavy healing, I'm going to generate another one before it runs out. Oops. My bad. Okay, we're going to go ahead and divine him here. Try to stabilize. Oh, we got 2 on me. No, go away. Just die. Okay. Okay, we do have an apotheosis. We're going to use it after we use our Serenity there. Tank's actually good. I'm not worried about the tank. I'm actually going to go ahead and put a trinket on him. Can't risk getting hit by that, so I'm going to move, even though I think I was good. Honestly, during these pridefuls, you don't really have to worry about the tank. I probably could have been fine with not using a my trinket on him there. It's the DPS that you have to worry about. Desperate prayer myself. Just need a little bit more. Come on, dudes! Oh, Nelly! Okay, we're gonna Door of Shadows just to keep up. Renew blanket here. We should be fine. Okay, I'm PIing the... oh! Go away, larva. Fade is my best friend. I don't know how I could play on a healer without Fade now. I'm so used to it. It is the best thing ever. I don't think PI is the best thing on a Windwalker. Maybe I'm missing something, but all the Windwalkers that I've played with and trust say that haste is not great for them. Glad to hear your family's okay. Hey, we all live on this side of heaven and ain't perfect. Exactly right, man. The day you stop making mistakes is the day that you're either dead or you've stopped trying to learn new things. So, And none of those are good. Still good on mana for another 3 seconds, so we're just doing grand here. Get some dots out. Okay, I'm not sure how much I trust this monk, so I went ahead and used Guardian Spirit there. He's died a couple times in situations like this where it feels like everything is safe and he should be fine, but I don't want to not have him up for this prideful. Okay, here we're not worried about mana. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Holy Fire and a Shadow Word Pain on that Spiteful so they die faster and I can fully focus on healing this prideful. Healing's easy right now. I'm gonna go ahead and renew Blanket, move out of the way so they can focus on DPSing. Keep Circle of Healing on cooldown because it's quite good. Prayer of Mending is also fantastic during pridefuls because they're going to bounce around and you are going to get full value. Every single tick of the prideful damage, it bounces. So that is, it doesn't feel good to cast it because you don't immediately see the effects, but it is a fantastic ability to use during pridefuls or any kind of ticking damage. Also, I'm running Benediction, so it also puts renews on people. There we go. Did not mean to cast Apotheosis there, but it's going to be fine. We'll go ahead and use it to focus on damage. I wanted to get this boss down early, because later this boss gets crazy. Everybody gets so spread out with all these puddles and stuff like that, it's really annoying. And then having to move a certain way because you can't see underneath him, you can't see the puddles underneath him, and then there's the little bugs that are eating your leg and stuff like that. Like, it can get a little intense. I also want to make sure that I'm staying comfortably high on my flash concentration stacks, so I can't really risk. Kind of took a gamble there. There's Convoke. Trinket on him. Monk is fine. He doesn't look fine, but he is fine. There it is. There was the Trinket proc. Or, it expired. Hoo-yah! Oh, good. The poo clears. I didn't actually realize that. I just thought it got worse and worse and worse until life gets more and more difficult. Oh my gosh, not on me. Come on. It's actually good to have it on the healer, because I can focus on moving to where I need to go to get these off of me without having to sacrifice DPS. I can freely move to the tank, and the DPS can just keep doing their thing. In the end, the best healing is killing the boss, right? If the boss is dead, there's no damage to heal. Still got 4 minutes. Man, we have crushed this 18. Wow! Alright, any clothies? Nope, it's just me. Do I need these? Do I have them? I do at 226. Cool. Very nice. Let's get out of here. That was a really nice key. Good one to start the week on. Let's do some more. All right. So that was IO. That was a very easy, comfortable IO too. That was great. Oh. Plus 18, easy 2 chest. $19 push. I just did a mists. 18 Plaguefall. That's IO for me. Yep. That'd be nice to get. Another 18 Plague Fall. There we go. Oh, these guys are all in Darkspear. Interesting. Broke a window? Yeah, dude. I was being a dummy. Mowing my yard and being lazy. I've got a rock yard in the front yard that has some quite a bit of weeds that have accumulated. We've been getting a lot of rain. And so I thought, you know what, I'll just mow them down and then I'll spray them, and that'll be a lot faster and easier than just picking them. So I hit a pretty soft patch of rocks, and it shot one through our basement window and almost hit my 1-year-old, but she's fine, everybody's fine, and my wallet's not fine. Well, it's not hard to see the rocks when the entire front yard is like a rock garden. So that's when you're out there mowing the rocks, it's bound to happen. I kept thinking the whole time, this is dumb. This is dumb. I'm gonna break a car window or something. People driving by are gonna think I'm stupid. I should not be doing this, but I think it's gonna work. This is gonna be good. You gotta listen to that voice in your head. God gave us a conscience to keep us from breaking windows. Would not suggest mowing Zen gardens. No, probably not. Can you imagine doing that though? Like finding one of those like the Zen sand gardens or something like that. It's got the swirls in it. Somebody's working tirelessly to make it look beautiful, and you just like start up a lawnmower and you just walk through, kicking up sand everywhere. Is Artifice here that bad? Shoot, man. Is that what you're doing right now? I saw you were in Castle Nathria. Yikes. You must have just finished. Ferryman14, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Is that where your guild is currently progging on? Is Artifice here? Almost tagged you under the influence of second vaccine. Almost tagged you in? Oh, under the influence of second vaccine and the heavy fever? Shoot, man. Yeah, dude, the second vaccine is no joke. I've heard a lot of people getting sick and stuff. No joke. I don't know if I would have been able to cover for you. I was, oh, I'm at the wrong key. It's a plague fall. Whoops, we're not gonna tell them that I was sitting at Theater of Pain. Whoops. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to cover for you, dude. I was too busy breaking windows. PI Hunter for AoE packs, Rogue for the things. Okay. I was too busy breaking my windows to cover for you in raid. These guys on the same guild? They are guildies. It's a guild run. Let's embarrass ourselves in a guild run. What percent did I get Castle Rag? Castle Rag down to? Much lower than I wanted to. It's so funny. Like every time I plug my Twitch channel before a key starts, people always say like, "How do I play and watch at the same time?" But it's like every single key I have people that tune in. Oh, I don't want to say every single key because that's whatever. But yeah, people do it. So, and I mostly want to do it to let them know that they are being broadcast. That's just polite. Anyways, let's enter this key. We're doing an 18 Plaguefall, running as Holy with Flash Concentration Legendary. This is a pug that I just joined through the LFG tool. This is my talent setup. Affixes this week are Prideful, Spiteful, Grievous. Or sorry, Fortified, Spiteful, Grievous, and Prideful. Okay, we totally missed the Hunter's cooldown window, but that's fine. We'll survive. I'll tell you what, I love being able to start my car and set alarms on phone by just thinking about it now. That is pretty nice. You get a new security system or something? Oh, because of the vaccine. I get you. Got your Windows update. It's pretty handy. .5G installed? Yeah. Can provide content for the Fauci files. Recording everything you see. Just joking. Oh no! Oh, I don't have chastise up. Shoot, fear him. I will channel my inner fear and send it into him so he can run away and pull all the other packs. Got 3 extra bars in your left hand? Hey man, moving up. You freelance as a cell tower? That's one way to make money. Oh, the spiteful shade. Killing fire. Let me go ahead and fade and just run here because I need to get my thing, my flash concentration stacks. All right. Oh, we just synced up PI with the Hunter's True Shot aura. Man, we're pro. And we even pulled one of the slimes out of the thing. Pulled aggro because we're that scary. All these spitefuls. This is great. Ready for the gasps? Yeah. This week Goron pulls like this is so funny. gonna hyperventilate with all this gasping. Okay, is he gonna pull right into that? I would love to drink here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Also, they did not link a route, so, but I don't need to worry about skips. We have a rogue, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a mana potion here, a long drink mana potion, and I can probably just keep drinking after this. Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself so I don't get combat to refresh flash concentration stacks, and just keep eating here. I'm gonna recover this with a guardian spirit on the tank. Do not want it to proc though. I want it to just trigger the heal, because I don't want a 3-minute cooldown. I want a 1-minute cooldown on my guardian spirit. DPS, DPS, DPS. Nice spear there. It missed some of them. That's too bad. Oh my goodness, it missed a lot of them. Oh my goodness, he's huge. What a monster. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and figure those away. I got trinket on the tank, but it's already expired, so everything after this is now just... Okay, nice. Ooh, that was scary. That weak ore is crazy. It's so helpful. Good heals. Oh, thanks, guys. You guys you're too sweet. Yeah, those slimes juked the spear. He laid down that spear and they, like, went around it. They're ready for the NFL. Alright, Plague Belcher. Nice, full mana. We're ready. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put dots on him so I don't have to worry about him. It's a really good week for Holy, man. Yeah. Grievous weeks and bursting weeks is where Holy Priest specifically, but Priest in general shines. Maybe not Disc Priest for bursting weeks, but you know what I mean. Go ahead and Divine Desperate Prayer here. PI on the Rouge. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and focus back in on... Didn't have time to focus on damage. Here, again, I say this every time I do a Plaguefall now, but you don't want to tunnel on healing people up and then get stuck for that wave. You want to move in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Apotheosis so I can get as much damage in during this Prideful window. Still just chastising on him. Blind from the rogue, beautiful. Do not want to accidentally break that, so I'm going to move my mouse away. Okay, and Apotheosis is done now. Okay, I'm going to trinket myself. I know my health is fine, I'm not going to worry about it. Focus on healing up the Shaman and Hunter. I really need to make a macro that like tells somebody that that I have a trinket on them or something so they don't pop personals. Here while we're moving, it's really nice to use Renew and Renew Circle of Healing, specifically Renew and Power Word Shield, because each of those skills removes a stack of Grievous. And the Renew helps kind of like stop the damage, and the Power Word Shield does that as well. The Power Word Shield helps stop the damage, the Renew helps to help them top back up. It's just all very nice. We'll go ahead and mind games that Plague Borer. Okay, I don't know if we're far enough away. We were. He was not. I could res him. Nobody else has a battle res, so once this guy's dead, I'm gonna go... You know, we can just wait. It's really just the Spine Breaker and Spitefuls, so we're fine. Oh, he's running back. No, dude, I was gonna res you. Ah. Okay, I'm not gonna run over these because that's a good way to die. Oh, luckily it's the rogue. Oh no, he's got stacks. Oh no! We're gonna need to be ready to heal him, but at the same time we need to be ready to heal the tank, so we're just gonna have to wish him luck. If he's really in trouble, he can sit and eat. Which may be what he's gonna have to do. Yep. Come on, rogue, I believe! I'm gonna go ahead and apotheosis here, because we are taking quite a bit of damage. I'm unsynced from this hunter because of my lack of paying attention. Oh, he made it! Welcome, rogue. We'll just top you up here. My lack of paying attention to when he's popping his True Shot aura, but to be fair, I was focusing on doing my job of healing. We'll rebuff before we forget. Get some dots spread around. Guardian Spirit on the... Oh, I pulled him. That was my bad. He has Trinket on him, so okay, so that was bad. I don't... That's the second time I've... Oh, no, he leapt on me. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I don't know how I gripped him. Because my, keybind for Guardian Spirit was Shift R, and my pull is C, and those are nowhere close to each other, so... I was confused about how I actually pulled him, but he just leapt to me, so never mind. Mystery solved. I'll stop talking about it. But I did panic there, and oh, mana! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mana. Warrior is underrated as tanks right now, in my opinion. I've had a great time with warriors. Specifically, I have one on my friends list. His name is Kerpuck, and he's a beast. I met him in 17 I did a couple months ago, and he's man, it feels like he never takes any damage. Like, he's so easy to heal. It's crazy. But what I was saying there is I messed up. And I panicked, and I overlapped Guardian Spirit and Trinket on the tank. And that's not good, because Guardian Spirit, I need to be pumping heals into them so that he takes the increased healing and it doesn't proc the cheat death. But Trinket means I don't heal them because I know they're safe, because regardless, for the next 6 seconds, it's either going to proc and heal them, or it's going to heal them after the 6 seconds is done. So I had the weird scenario of trying to decide whether I should heal because of the Guardian Spirit or just leave him alone because of the Trinket. And so I kind of did both, which is not ideal, but... Okay, so Divine Hymn like this is great because it puts on the healing and take an increase, but the problem is everybody ticks up their stacks like crazy. Everybody went up to 3 stacks of Grievous, which is not good. So Desperate Prayer there is... I don't know. You have to use it when everybody's high enough. You have to use it when everybody's high enough to not have to... so that you can benefit from the heal taken increase afterwards. So you have to pop it maybe a little bit earlier than you would during a Prideful on... uh-oh. Okay, no, you're supposed to pull that. Maybe earlier than you're supposed to on normal Pridefuls, just because it's Grievous. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put Guardian Spirit on the tank. He is fine. It's not quite as impactful on a warrior. It's really good on any kind of tank with a self-heal. I'm going to go ahead and fear here. So I don't have to worry about that. I have PI up. I'm going to have to end up holding it for another minute 30 to match up with the hunter here. Although I want it up for the boss, so I may just pop it on this pack now, just so we can get it up for the boss. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Actually, 3 targets. I'm going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to use it on the hunter still. Ooh, run! Oh! We got a 9% pull tonight, so you're hoping it dies on Thursday? Ooh, that's a really good one. That's awesome, man. Yeah, hopefully you guys get Artificer down on Thursday. That's awesome. Okay, so I know that I've got these 2 packs, and then we'll have Prideful. So I need to be a little bit conservative on my mana. I'm already down to about 75%. And we're just entering the first pull, and I've got a Prideful to heal with Grievous on a fortified week. So I need to be pretty sparing here. I'm actually going to go ahead and use my Blood Elf Racial and a potion. Ooh, Guardian Spirit on the tank, so I'm not so worried, but that was a little scary. Honestly, that should have procced there, but it didn't, so thankful for that. Hashtag count your blessings. Go ahead and just chastise that. Who's over there? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and Dwarf Shadows over there, so I don't have to take the damage walking, and I can kind of just be in position to focus here. Ooh. Okay, no, he's fine. It's kind of hard to use Desperate or Divine Hymn on Grievous weeks successfully because the ticks do not remove stacks of Grievous, whereas I think Tranquility does, if I remember right. Like, so Resto Druids have that. That's pretty cool. Then again, Resto Druids struggles on Tranquility or on Grievous anyways, so they need all that they can get. Okay, I almost have my Chastise. Oh. We must have missed something. I'm used to getting... Oh, no. I guess we do get Prideful after this. I've done both routes. I feel like I more commonly get Prideful right there, though. Especially since it's a fortified week, but that's fine. They cloaked that one pull. Oh, okay, that's why. That just means we're gonna have to pull more trash down before, after the third boss, before we go down, right? So we skip that pride. Okay, that's what it is. That makes sense. Okay, so that's about the range of the belch. That's good to know. I'm always worried I'm like not out of range of that, but that was about from that pull to a little up the stairs. So that's good to know. There's the Prideful. I don't have the thing, the Spiteful, so I'm free to heal. How long have I been muted? Oh! Sorry, Graz. 30 seconds? Okay. Maybe I turned it off to cough and I didn't push it down all the way. I don't know. I don't remember muting it. Okay, 30 seconds is not bad. If it was like since the last boss, I would have been so sad. What I was saying to myself is it's kind of awkward on this boss because if we come into it right away with prideful and lust and PI and all that stuff, then oh no. Then sometimes we transition him so fast that oh no, that he immediately jumps to the next platform, and then we were still DPSing the bomb and he spawned another one. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having PTSD from like some normal dungeon runs I've had and stuff, but that's gonna go off. How did that go off? Ooh, that's not good. Oh, the purple thing. Gotcha. Is he gonna release and res? Onk and res? No, okay, he's just released. Rip. Oh, we're all the way at the beginning and we skipped. Oh no! How long until you have Shroud? Oh man. That might be the run. 1 minute till Shroud? Oh, is that what that is? No, that's Vanish. Where do I see Shroud? I don't actually know what the icon looks like. It's a good thing we had Shroud up. That would have been real bad. No pride, no lust. This is Vanish. That's Vanish. Yeah, no pride, no lust. This is gonna make it kind of hard. I'm gonna save PI. Well, he just popped his Shadow Blades thing. So, never mind. I'm just going to PI him. You know what might be a concern here, though? Is mana now. You can tell how much sub you play? Me too. I don't know nothing about rogues. Okay. We're gonna fear this Slimy all the way away from the boss. Focus on not getting hit by these like I did last time, because that was not great. Oh. Yeah, I can't really afford to focus on. Okay, I'm gonna have the Guardian Spirit there. Between Grievous and the slime and all that, and he's taking too much damage. Kill the congealed slime. Die! Filth! Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shrink it on him. Nice, and we can go back to damaging. Kill him! Boy, that hits like a truck. That was like half his health. That is good to know. These higher keys, man, it's not even tyrannical. And that slime spell takes like almost half his health. Reply dots. I'm going to save Holy Fire though for this Plague Bomby. I do have Fear. There's the congealed slime. We'll fear it away. Yeah, just came back on cooldown, so there we go. Beautiful. Alright, we got Guardian Spirit. Got to get that magic debuff off, that slime. We're going to have to kill that slime. Yeah, that slime magic debuff, sometimes it's easy to miss if he's got that... I don't know what the name of the debuff is. The one that looks like Icebound Fortitude. That one right there. If the tank has both of those, it's hard to see. So it can be pretty scurry. Under flash concentration while I can. Mind games here. Two purpose. It deals the most damage that I can deal, and also, if he hits somebody with a little thing, then it might heal them. Shadow Death, die! Yes! The 1.1k Holy Priest DPS, and that's without Prideful or Lust.
So you emerge victorious.
Victory! Holy Pallies out there are like...
Now course through your veins.
It's like a third of what I do.
That is the plague's true
And to that I say... Shut up, dude.
festers, destroys everything it touches.
Rogue is like algebra. Rogue is hard. At least I feel like it looks hard. Okay, I've got Trinket on the Rogue. I'm not worried about him. I'm going to go ahead and Guardian Spirit on the tank, because the last thing that we need is him dying right now. Just kill the Shade so I can get back to not paying attention to Spitefuls. Okay. Sneak a quick drink after I drop combat. The tank thinks I'm sick. He doesn't even know I've been coughing. He doesn't even know. Just go ahead and chastise that so I can not have to worry about it. Whee! Okay, I can catch up here. I'm gonna have Guardian Spirit in 10. That's a little scary.
Still stand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to sit the whole time. Quick!
As the House of Eyes
Quick!
has suffered.
Oh, Guardian Spirit. Woo! Do I want to kill this quick before the Stealthlings? No! Yes. Oh, well, fear that off. Okay, I'm gonna Apotheosis this just because this is getting a little scary. Oh, these Stealthlings too. Hopefully they're killing it. I didn't see. Nobody's dead, so I'm assuming that they did kill it. Oh, I love Apotheosis. It is the best healing cooldown in the game. Next to maybe Rapture. I think I might like Rapture more. Rapture's pretty darn cool. Just because it's more... I mean, Apotheosis is pretty flexible too. Rapture doesn't have a damage component, so I don't know. It's a tough decision, but they're both stinking cool. Apotheosis is really nice because you can use it offensively, you can use it for AoE healing with Sanctify, you can use it for juicy single target heals. The wings look really cool, you're right. Absolutely, Lotus. Catch a quick drink here. But Rapture is really flexible because you can use it preemptively. Uh-oh.